Hey guys, Gecko here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm recording some Advanced Warfare in 60 FPS on my Elgato HD60. I'm still super excited about that, so I'm going to talk about it like every time I record. Probably not anymore after this, but you know, I'm still just excited that I get to record COD in 60 FPS because it looks super sick. Except for sometimes this game can be a little bit laggy, and it has been a bit since it came out, but yeah. I did pretty well in this gameplay. Not my best game ever, but I did win the match. I think I went like 30-16. I'm kind of spoiling it for you, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, I used the ASM1 in this, which has been recently becoming, I feel like, one of the most, if not the most popular gun in the game. I mean, you see people using this all the time, and for good reason. I mean, it's a pretty good gun, and it may actually get a nerf in the future at some point because it is pretty good. The KF5 is also awesome, but I use this a little bit more now. I used to use the KF5 all the time, but this is pretty good too. Yeah, they're both good guns, and then I really stupidly fall off the edge here. But anyways, what I was going to talk about in this video was I was going to talk about a little bit about the interview and just kind of stuff going on with cable TV and stuff, because, I don't know, it's been interesting stuff happening with movies getting canceled and stuff happening lately, so I thought it might be a little bit interesting to talk about for this episode. So yeah, guys, basically, if you guys didn't know, the movie The Interview, which was like a whole thing about how these two people with a really popular TV show, I think, were gonna go and interview Kim Jong-un, and the government wanted them to assassinate him, and it was gonna be a comedy movie. But apparently somebody and people claim it was like North Korea, but it may have just been like some disgruntled employees at Sony and stuff, because they were working on the movie and they had recently had this big leak. But yeah, so that happened, and basically these people put out threats and said that they were going to like attack some movie theater that like showed the movie. So a bunch of people got really scared, said they wouldn't do it, even though it had been like, you know, even though the government had, you know, had said that no such attack could happen, you know, and they had everything protected and stuff. Still, only a few theaters ended up showing it when the movie actually came out, but it did end up going on a streaming service pretty soon afterwards, and the movie ended up doing really well on the streaming service, which is really, like, surprising, you know, because most people would see it in theaters when a movie comes out and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But this had, like, I mean, it got so much revenue from the streaming service, and it was more than it was predicted to have made in theaters in the first place. And it may also, you know, a big part of that was definitely because of the publicity it received, because of everything going on with the, you know, controversy and let's not play this movie, you know, we're gonna threaten you with this, and then people were like, yeah, go America, we're gonna watch it anyway. And I was definitely one of those people. I haven't even seen it yet, but I was going to if it came out in theaters, but I wasn't one of the people who saw it on the streaming service. But anyways, it's just kind of a big deal for streaming in general, because it means that something popular, you know, something can really get that popular just over streaming a movie instead of it actually coming to movie theaters, which is kind of a really big deal. So yeah, some other things have also been happening recently with stuff like this. The Dish Network just released this new thing where basically for a subscription per month, kind of like Netflix or something, but you can get live TV, but just on the internet, like Netflix, and just, you know, watch all your channels that you want to watch. And it doesn't have, obviously, all the channels. I mean, that'd be more expensive, but it's kind of, you know, it's really cool. Like, for me personally, if I were the one paying the bills at the house, I probably wouldn't have cable anymore, because I don't really use it, and I'm not really that much of a sporty person, so I don't really watch any sports. I just watch TV shows, and normally where I watch them is like on Netflix, so I don't really use that whole, you know, TV downstairs and the whole, I don't use anything, you know, to do with that. Got a double feed there. yeah, I don't use any cable TV anymore. I used to when I was younger, obviously, but I mean, this new cable TV thing has, I mean, it has like Cartoon Network, and it has all the sports channels, which is one of the main reasons a lot of people still have cable TV, is because, you know, they still want to watch their sports games, but they can't, you know, do it without having a cable subscription. So this basically, you know, takes away the need for that, and it's really cool because it's almost like we're moving into like this new era, which we've been moving into a new era for a long time, but in a lot of different ways. But I'm actually really excited about this. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of cable TV just because it's hard to set up, and, you know, it costs a lot of money, and it's just, I don't know why you would have it anymore with Netflix, and now this has come out, and it's just a really big deal, because if you're a sports fan, you know, cable TV might be the only reason you may have had any kind of cable TV before this. So, because everybody's been switching to Netflix lately. I mean, I know plenty of people who just, like, even have, like, an original Wii and just have Netflix hooked up to that, and that's all they do. Or they have a Roku or whatever, you know. They just watch Netflix, and they don't use anything else. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal because that's happening, and everything with the interview as well shows that movies don't necessarily need to go to theaters for it to be a big deal. But in another way, I wouldn't really want movies to stop coming to theaters, because going to the movie theater and watching a movie there is like a really cool experience, you know, just seeing it on that big screen with the loud sound, and just, you know, getting everyone together in a room and making it really dark. It just has this kind of effect, you know, you can't use your phones. It has an effect of, you know, that's something that nothing else has. So I hope streaming doesn't totally take over, and I'm sure it won't. I'm sure that movie theaters will always exist, but it does show that, you know, there have been other indie films and stuff that have been released, you know, just on streaming and stuff, but it shows that, you know, that's a big maker of money. So you could release a movie on you could release it on the movie theater and streaming as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I went a little bit over the time there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do agree with my opinions, definitely leave your own ones down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace, guys, and stay reptilian.